That is my Tinder bio. Chinese leftover, yummy. Just take me home and eat me.
So like I said, I have Tourette syndrome. It's why my head flops around. I blink real fast. It's weird. It always looks like I'm trying to tell you a secret. This twitch gets me in trouble. My roommate came home from work. I was like, dude, our neighbor died. He said, did you kill him? I was like, nah. Yo, this is a true story. When I was 10 years old, my parents sent me to Tourette's camp. Yeah, that's where the joke should end. It's a real place, and I didn't realize it till this moment, but I found out that when other people twitch, it makes me twitch more. So on the first day, they put us in a circle with 100 kids.
Oh,
no. The kid next to me did a shoulder roll, and my Tourette saw that and took that as a challenge. And I threw him a head flap. The girl next to him did a full body twitch, and everybody saw that, and all hell broke loose. Kids were rolling on the ground. I was in the corner like, why'd they send us here? Our parents were on top of a hill like, oh, they're breakdancing. I'm Samuel J. Comroe, thank you.
Yeah! All of y'all. Thank you so much. And I did that sober. That's crazy. Yes, I'm excited, man. I do most things so. I don't really drink. I don't like the way alcohol tastes. Everybody know alcohol is nasty. I know this because I've never seen anybody take a shot and not slap a table. That's how I know. You ever see someone's face when they take a shot? They just, yeah! Why are you doing that? It just makes you dizzy. Like if you can't afford alcohol, just start spinning in circles. That's all you need to do. What you doing, girl? You know I don't get paid till Friday. I'm trying to keep up with y'all. Stand-up comedy's pretty cool. It's one of the only jobs you can drink and work. My last job, I could do that as well. My last job was great. I made a lot of money. I got to choose my hours. It was a great job. It's pros and cons of drug dealing, but for the most part, like I did so well, you know, I just did great. The job before that, I used to work at a gym, you know. It's funny when you work at a gym, you notice things, right? Like you notice that men that go to the gym, men only work out their upper body, right? Because they're dumb. They're like, oh, I want to get buff. I'm like, that's cool, bro. But leg day, all right? Got all these men walking around, body shaped like the letter T, like you look dumb. You belong on Sesame Street. That's where you belong. Today's word is testosterone. That's where you belong. Women do the exact opposite, because women want a big booty, but they don't want to get buff, right? So you got all these women walking around, body shaped like a T-Rex, thinking they fine, like, hi. No. Look like a really attractive ostrich right now. That's what you look like. Women are so afraid of getting buff. They are so afraid, you know? You got men in the gym trying so hard to get buff, and they can't. They can't get bigger. Women think they just gonna pick up one dumbbell. Just one, like, hey. What does dumbbell do, I just wanna pick it up and see what it does, okay? I just wanna pick it up and see what it does. That's all I wanna do, okay? I just wanna see what it does! Katrina, man! Right, y'all better laugh at that joke. It cost me $6.95, man. My name is Preacher Lawson. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is He. It's spelled as H-E, and that's it. Yes, it is my name. It is not my pronoun. People get confused all the time. The other day I was drinking in a pub. This cute bloke came up to me. He was like, yo, what's your name? I said, my name is He. He was like, huh? I said, He, H-E, sir. And he said, nice to meet you, Ho. was like, what? Excuse me? I am not a hoe. You know, that's my cousin. Yeah, she is a hoe. You know? Her mom is a hoe. And her dad is a hoe too, you know? Those hoes are loyal, though. Yeah. As you can tell from my outfit that I was made in China. Yes. Look, guys, I'm really sorry for the COVID. Yeah, I'm sorry for it, but I didn't do it. I was here the whole time. I know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, last year I was roaming around in the city and this guy just yelled at me. He was like, yo, go back to China. I was like, sir, there's no flight. I left China about 3 years ago because I feel pathetic. Yes, people are really judgmental. If you're like me, over the age of 27, not dating or not married in China, you'll be called leftover ladies. I know it is brutal, but I love leftovers. Come on, who doesn't love Chinese leftovers? Yeah. I know, thank you. We are yummy and cheap. That is my Tinder bio. Chinese leftover, yummy. Just take me home and eat me. I know. Yes. My parents are the one who always pushed me to get married. I remember my 30th birthday, my dad just told me, he was like, huh. Can you lower your standards and get a husband? I was like, what, Dad? I don't have any standards. You know, just like my mom. Yep, I know. Yeah. I don't understand why people want to get married. Almost all of my married friends are miserable. The other day I was chatting with a friend. She was complaining that I wish I hadn't married, you know. All the BS from my in-laws. My husband is lazy. My kid is a failure. I was like, what the heck, Mom? Are you serious, you know? No wonder I'm not married. That's my time. Thank you guys so much.
My name is Aiko. In Japanese, it means love child. So I look up the dictionary. It says illegitimate child. My last name is Tanaka. It means in the rice field. So my whole name is illegitimate child in the rice field. Oh. Nice to meet you. I love rice. Me too. Is this a rice crowd? Yeah. I just got the citizenship.
Yeah!
Until I got my citizenship, I never had a road rage. If somebody cut me off, I'd be like, oh, so sorry. I was driving too slow. But the day I got the citizenship, somebody cut me off. I'm like, what the heck? You can't cut me off. This is my land. That's when I realized I become true American.
Oh, that's great. He's hilarious.
Because I felt entitled. Before the citizenship, somebody hold the door for me. I ran really fast. I'm like, thank you so much. After the citizenship, I'm like, you hold the door, you peasant. I got sassy.
I love her.
Racist people always say immigrants should not be working. I agree. We work too much.
That's a good point.
Now, whenever I feel lazy and I take a nap, I'm like, I'm doing this for America. Thank you, that's my time.
So I turned 80 a few months ago, and people are saying the weirdest things to me, like, oh, you're 80? You're almost dead. Are you afraid? I'm like, no, I'm not afraid. My mother made it to 101. And if you want to know the family secret, we don't die. No, we keep shrinking till we just disappear. So I went to visit my mother in the nursing home. You know the problem when you go to a nursing home and you look like me? Yeah, they wouldn't let me out. The only reason I'm here tonight is I had to get a night pass from the front desk. The first thing I found out when I got old is that young people hate old people. Is that right?
No.
Really? Did you ever drive behind an old person?
Yes.
Does this look familiar?
Yes.
Yeah. The worst thing I'm experiencing now at 80 is that my hearing has gotten awful. I'm talking to this woman the other day, and she tells me she has a peanut allergy. Right, I misheard the word. I said, what happens? She said, I start choking and gagging. I said, what did your doctor say? She said, my doctor said I have to build up a tolerance. So naturally I said, well, then I'm your man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Thanks.
I actually just turned 27. I celebrated my birthday a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's weird turning 27 because I feel like I'm getting older, but my face isn't. Yeah, it's strange. Like, it's tough having a baby face, you know, because, like, all I wanted to do for my birthday was to celebrate by getting a nice bottle of wine, you know, like an adult. But when I went to the store, I picked out the bottle I wanted, I went to the counter, I put it on the counter, as you do for purchases, right? And the lady looked at me, she looked at the bottle, she looked back at me, and she went, ha! No! That was it. That was the whole transaction. That's not protocol. You don't just get to go, no. Right? I was upset. I wasn't mad that she thought I was underage. I get it. I look 17 at best. I wasn't mad she thought I was young. But I was upset that she thought an underage person would be buying wine. Right? Like, I don't understand. In what world do you live in, Rebecca, where some 17-year-old dude is showing up to this house party like, y'all not gonna believe this. I got Pinot Grigio! Yeah, got that Grigio! Let's do shots of Chardonnay. Let's start a book club! Yeah. It's never happened, right? You don't know a 17-year-old that owns a corkscrew. That's weird, all right? Not one time in your entire life can you tell me a time where you've seen a 17-year-old dude be like, This Merlot pairs so well with the Doritos Locos Taco.
Oh, that's good.
It is just something about Zinfandels in a Hot Pocket that is to die for. I think there's two things alcohol-wise we should stop IDing for altogether, right? Wine and bourbon. Yeah, because no matter how old you are, if you're drinking them, You've earned it. Think about it. If you're drinking wine, clearly you have a lot of emotions and you're going through some things. And if you're drinking bourbon, you have no emotions. You've been through some things. Thank you guys. It's been my time.
So I love being a stand-up comedian. This is what I always wanted to do. I have had other jobs in the past, though. I used to juggle chainsaws. It went well for a while. I had to get out, couldn't take the politics, is what it was. The other thing I wanted to be was a pro wrestler. That's the absolute truth. I had a name picked out and everything. I was gonna be the Cripple Threat. That was clever. But people will ask me dumb questions all the time. I'll get this one a lot. They'll be like, hey, Ryan, is that genetic? Yes, because you see, my mom was Irish and my dad was a lobster. Kids are the worst, though. Oh, kids are the absolute worst, though, because kids don't have that filter. You know, if a kid says you're ugly, all right, deal with it. Buy a hat. I don't know what to tell you. I had this 8-year-old girl recently come up to me, and if you're ever feeling pretty good about yourself, let an 8-year-old girl verbally kick you in the nuts. That'll fix that for you. But this little girl, after she saw me, and after she screamed, it was a big scream, which, side note, has led me to a new game that I play. Now when I'm out in public and I see a child staring at my arms, I like to pretend that I'm discovering them for the first time, too. They're like, what are you? Oh my God! What And that's why I'm not allowed at Toys R Us anymore, so. Thank you. I'm Ryan Niemiller, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. My name is Orlando. I'm married, 15 years. You could hear it in my voice. There's a little essence of defeat every time I open my mouth. You hear it like every good husband. Listen, woman, you want to get gelato after this? Is that possible? She's a good woman. She got me into that show, Yellowstone. I love that show. Yeah, it's a great show, but I feel like less of a man every time that I watch. Should I buy a truck? I feel like I should buy a truck. For those that don't know, Yellowstone is a TV show about a cattle ranch ran by the bodyguard himself, Kevin Costner. Yeah, a man, right? The writing is great, the acting is excellent, but the visuals of Yellowstone are amazing. Yellowstone, the park looks amazing. So imagine my excitement when my buddy Eric invited me to his wedding. Where? In Yellowstone. Are you coming? Oh, I'm there. I've been watching the show. The second I landed, guys, I got it. This place was so beautiful, so majestic. I understood Kevin Costner. Shoot, I became Kevin Costner. By the third day, I was telling people to get off my land. Get off my land! Sure, it was in the hotel courtyard, but that's the way that I felt. I couldn't stop saying, go on, get. You go on, get. You go on, get from that cucumber water, sir. You've had enough of our minerals. Thank you. I drove out into the park. I'm a city guy, man, and I was out there in nature, unsupervised. I saw elks, the real ones with the coat racks. I saw elks. I saw bears doing bear stuff. They waved at me. One got a little bit too close. I said, you go on, get, Yogi. I told him. Here's a big one. I saw bisons. Those are real. I thought bisons were made up like unicorns, but there he was, a bison in the middle of the road looking like a bougie cow. Moo. I see you, bougie cow. I see you. I kept driving because they told me to go see Old Faithful. Old Faithful, for those that don't know, is a thermal geyser that shoots water and steam out into the sky from the middle of the earth. Allegedly, I hadn't seen it yet. When I got there, they call it Old Faithful because Old Faithful always goes off right on time, plus or minus 10 minutes. I read the sign. And Old Faithful did not let us down. It went off right on time, plus 10 minutes. It reminded me of me in my 20s. I was like, I remember when I could do that. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I can't. I'm more like Old Dependable. Or Old Maybe Later, plus or minus 10 days. It all depends how my tummy feels. My name's Orlando Leyba. Thank you so much, guys.
Right, so basically I've written a song specifically for you, which makes me nervous, and also I'm slightly nervous because I've got something called dyslexia, which was very good for music, because when I was young I taught myself the piano, although it's not so good as I'm older. I recently tried to book tickets for Rihanna, and I booked tickets for Ryanair. Thank you.
Very good.
I've got something called Asperger syndrome, which means I'm a genius. No, it's nice to be here. I've had a bit of a rough week. I've actually moved into a flat with my boyfriend, yes, boyfriend gay, and autistic, 2 ways I can't think straight. And thank you.
That's a good one.
So, I usually, when I do clubs, I swear a lot, so I've got to be PC. I've done a song which is literally PC, because it's about computers. And I have done it 3 times, and each time people have laughed, so if you don't, you're wrong. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you. George Formby, working in a computer shop. I work in the computer shop, make a computer bright and clean. So much crumbs and vomit, and don't ask what's on the screen. I do half the work, charge double the time, but you wouldn't want a job like mine if you would find the things I'd find when I'm cleaning Microsoft Windows. David Walliams wanted to update his content reminder. He brought me a massive ring binder, but when I looked, all the contacts were from Grindr. Cleaning Microsoft Windows. Alicia Dixon's webcam was another case. She said the picture was awful, but actually it was just her face. It was too lovely, her face was too lovely. There you go. Amanda Holden was the only one whose Instagram was on the mark. She said her outfits have so much spark. I said, I'm just jealous I'll never dress like you, because I don't shop in Primark.
I'm okay with that.
Cleaning Microsoft Windows. Simon Cowell's Facebook was around the bend. He brought it to me to try to mend. It wasn't broken, he's just got no friends. Cleaning Microsoft Windows.
Very good.
Very juicy.
I'm okay with my voice, but I still struggle with some things like I have the hardest time at a drive-through. You know, cause you got to say the order fast, and you're talking through an intercom. It's like, I don't know why I work there. But I wouldn't get to where people start to use my voice as the voice of their GPS. It's like in 1,000 feet, make a U-turn. Your destination is ahead of you on the right. Rerouting. U-turn. U-turn. You should have got. I believe that you can turn anything into positive. That's why I'm here. But I've come along some people who don't think that. Like I did a show one time where a guy stood up and was like, "Hey, you can't just make fun of disabilities just because you have one. I was like, well, did I stutter? Thank you guys so much.
This is very exciting. I kind of dressed up for you guys. I'm just dressing for the job I want now, which is an attainable trophy wife. I just want to be a participation trophy wife. I want guys to look at me and be like, yeah, I could afford that. She looks like she'd appreciate like a thrift store frock, something half off. I do like thrift stores. I shop at them a lot. I think it's because I emotionally connect to the clothing, because I know what it's like to feel used. I am still looking for love, but it's hard. You know, I just got my heart broken for the 15th time by the same guy. I love her. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 15 times, wow. I'm impressed. What else you got? But he was successful, and I think at first that sounds fun, you know, to date a successful guy, like a guy with money. The problem is I found out they don't always give you the money. Right? Sometimes they just talk about having the money, and you're like, can I have some? And they're like, no, but you can watch me have it. And you're like, that's not as fun as sharing. And he would show me things he had. Like, one time he showed me a house he had in the woods, and he did a big gesture, like, look at my house. And I was like, uh-huh. And he's like, wow, I thought you'd have a bigger reaction. And I was like, are you giving me the house? Like, I'll react if you're giving me the house, but I can look at houses that aren't mine all day long. I can Google the mansion section and be like, ooh, look at all the houses that aren't mine. I'm not gonna have a reaction. If you want a reaction, give me a house. I'll react however you want. Then he'd vent about his problems. He'd be like, I don't know if I should vacation in Paris or Rome this summer. I was like, I get it. I totally get it. Because sometimes I'm like, should I cry in my car or my studio apartment tonight? Like, where should I cry?
Wow.
Enjoy Rome.
Oh my God.
I also found out I'm sapiosexual, which means I like smart men. So I'll probably die alone.
You kind of got us all right there.
Thanks so much. That's it for me.
How's it going? My name is Usama. No relation, okay, to the guy. My mom was terrified after 9/11. She was like, Usama, do you want to change your name to something a little less Muslim? And I swear to God, she said, how about Hussein? A very lateral move. Hussein, I was thinking more Gregory, you know. Brian would be nice, even. I'm stressed too. I just got broken up with. It was an open relationship. Means you can be with anybody you want. I didn't know this. Apparently, the girl can also do that. You guys know, read the fine print. And my girl got the first person. I made the mistake of asking her this guy's name. She told me, you ever hear somebody's name and then know immediately that this person is a better lover than you? I was like, what's his name? She's like, Alejandro. I'm like, no! No! Alejandro! You couldn't be with Eugene, you know? Or a Simon? You couldn't do a Simon. You couldn't do a Simon. You couldn't do a Simon. Listen, if you're not laughing right now, your name is Eugene, all right? Every Eugene here is like, actually, I've heard they're pretty vigorous, okay? Yeah. So I met this guy, and it was a relief because his name was Alejandro, but his voice was Eugene. Straight up, he comes up, he's like, hey man, how's it going? I'm like, much better now. And that's what time. Thank you guys so much. Y'all look great.
I love older moms. Like, I like it when her kids just moved out. I can set up my computer in the extra bedroom, you know? I got married to an older woman. I got a stepson. It's cool being a parent to a kid that's close to your age. I call him Stepman. He drove me here. That's my step homeboy, man. And it's a weird dynamic if you see it. He's like 6'2" with chest hair. I don't have any, you know? Teenage boys can be gross. You know when they're doing inappropriate stuff on their laptop, because when you walk in on them, they'll slam it down really fast and then ask you some irrelevant question. I walk in on Stepman, he's like, who's running for Congress? I'm like, oh. Like, Stepman. I quit my job at the grocery store. Stepman's like, what are we gonna do for money, Step Mike? I'm like, hey, don't worry about it, okay? And I worked at this grocery store for a lot of hateful years. Why is it when you hate your job, they won't fire you? And now look, I worked in the worst department at the grocery store, not the meat, not produce, not the freezer. I worked in the steel department. You familiar with the steel department, right? Self-checkout lane? I got paid to watch people steal all day. And people think you stupid. Like, you know when they gonna rob you when they're bringing up their stuff, they always gotta look back up at you. They're like, boop, boop. This one dude tried to humiliate me. Like, I knew he was gonna rob us because I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. I'm like, just steal it. But he tries to play me in front of the entire store while he's ringing his stuff up. He makes the beat noise with his mouth. He didn't even do it right. Like, you gotta act this out, go all in, raise your pitch at least. He's like, babe. Like, the produce is not even supposed to make a sound. You're beeping unbeepable stuff. Hey, you guys, I'm Mikey Winfield. Thank you very much. Thank you.
My Jamaican mother wants me to lose weight, but she doesn't know how to tell me. She's in New York, she comes to LA. You know how you see your parents, you become a child again? I'm like, oh my God, Mommy! She's like, Jacqueline, Lord have mercy, you're fat. Jesus, you are fat. What you eating, people? I don't like weight loss TV shows. If you love that show, The Biggest Loser, you and I can't be friends. You know how that show works? Get somebody's overweight, you lock them on an island, and they have to work out 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. And oh yeah, we're gonna make you wear a small spandex bra and baby panties and weigh you on a scale meant for cattle on national TV. Wouldn't you lose weight? Who's losing these contests? You want to impress me, get a bunch of fatties and lock them in a donut shop. The first one to not go into a diabetic coma wins. That's the show I would support.
She's getting them. She's winning them over.
I don't like Facebook. It's too much work for me now. It's cool till you find that friend from too far back. You know how they find you? They're like, oh my God, I found you. What have you been doing? I'm like, last time I saw you, I learned how to read, learned how to write. Puberty was wrong. Who's this? And they send you news you don't need. Did you hear Sister Mary Ellen passed away? I'm like, when you and I were 8, she was 88. She a wizard? Is she a warlock? I hope she's dead. Should have been dead 30 years ago. And all done. Thank you.
So, I come from a very tough upbringing. Like, I have a military family. My parents met in the Marine Corps. Like, that's where my parents met. right? Like, my dad came to me, he was like, yo, it'd be so cool if my oldest son could join the military. I was like, Dad, it'll be so cool if you adopted somebody older than me. I'm not that guy. I feel like if you're gonna go overseas, you need to be willing to take secrets to the grave. I'm not that guy, okay? You know what I mean? Like if I go overseas, let's say I get captured, I become a prisoner of war. I'm telling my secrets, your secrets, and Victoria's secrets. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling them all. Like, I could be in a hostage situation and this guy's trying to threaten me. He's like, what's it gonna take to get the secrets from you? I'm like, sir, a pen and paper. Just, listen, give me that, put the knives away. This is a celebration. You caught the right guy, okay? The toughest person in my family is by far my mom. She's tough. She's old school. Like, if you ever got in trouble with her, she would turn whatever situation with you into a horror movie scene, I promise you. There's one day, she says, Jordan, didn't I tell you to come downstairs and do these dishes? You better do these dishes before you get in trouble. I lost in a video game. I got angry. I snapped. I said, you ain't done nothing all day. I suggest you stay downstairs and do them dishes before you get in trouble. Out of nowhere, this is all I heard. Who the hell you think you're talking to? As soon as I heard that voice, all the power in my house cut off, okay? The lights cut off, these crows came out of my closet, my windows opened up, there was these two little girls in a school uniform jumping rope and singing. They were like, 1, 2, your mama's coming for you. I woke up a week later confused. Thank you, guys.
I don't want to hate people, they make me hate them. I'm all about love. You feel that immediately with me. But I was on the airplane coming here. A woman in the seat behind me, she gets up and she starts spritzing cinnamon. I go, lady, what are you doing? She goes, well, it's natural. I go, so's my butt, but I'm not putting it in your face. I didn't want to hate her. She made me hate her. Do you see what's happening there? Yes. I'm a victim. I had a car accident recently. I'm all right, don't worry. Young guy, stoned out of his mind, on his cell phone, music blaring, looked a lot like you. Gets out of his car, you know, with the man bun. Dude, I don't know what happened, dude. I'm like, oh, what happened is in 1999, your mother forgot her birth control. That's what happened, dude. I didn't want to say that. He made me say it. I was a victim. I was victimized. Okay, so but truth be told, I am at that age post-period, pre-death. That's my age range. Here it is. I don't want to be a cougar. Absolutely not. I don't need some young hot guy named Chad touching my belly fat going, ooh, what's this? What's this? This is rage. Rage, covered by affordable treats and wine from Trader Joe's. That's what this is. We got going here, baby. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You know what I want? This is what I want. I want a guy around 86 years old, where I am the hottest thing between him and death. He can't believe he got me because he knows he'll never get anyone better to the day he dies. He's not looking over his shoulder for somebody younger and hotter. You know why? He has arthritis in his neck. He can't move his neck. And he sees none of my flaws. He sees no cellulite, belly fat, varicose veins. Why? Cataracts. Cataracts. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I love him. And I look into his milky white eyes. And I say, I love you! Because he's hard of hearing and I want him to know. Because I'm all about love. Thanks, you guys. I'm Maureen Langan.
All right. So we're all getting older. Now, if you're watching and you're 20 years old, enjoy it, but don't take it for granted. Because you can do things us older people can't do. You can go to sleep tonight, wake up in the morning, jump out of bed and just go. No problem. For all the people 35 and up like us. You ever go to bed feeling fine? And then when you wake up, it feels like somebody beat the crap out of you. Who is beating us up in our sleep? How do you get sore not moving? I tell you something, 20-year-olds, they love unpredictability. Ask a 20-year-old what they're doing after this show. They'll be like, I don't know, but it's gonna be crazy. But when you get older, that sounds dangerous to me.
Yeah.
That's like me going, hey, where are we gonna eat? And you go, I don't know, but we gonna get food poisoning. Yeah, because when you get older, we like predictability, right? That's why we do the sleep math. Oh, you know what the sleep math is. We gotta know how much sleep we're gonna get before we even leave the house. You did it tonight. You're like, okay, this show starts at 8. It's gonna be over around 10. I'm gonna leave around 10:45. I'm gonna be home around 11:30. I'll be sleeping by 12:15. My kid wakes up at 5 a.m. That's only 4 hours and 45 minutes of sleep. Man, this show better be funny.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. If you're in your 20s, enjoy it, because you can do things we can't do. Like your bodies work all the time. My left knee is messed up right now. You know how I heard it? Walking across the streets. I was walking across the street and my knee Beyonce'd me. It was like, bye, boy. I was like, ah! I tell you, I'm just falling apart. Like when you're 20, you can work out on all the machines in the gym. Everything. I'm older, I can't do that. I'm on the elliptical. Yeah. Nothing takes your man card away like an elliptical. If you don't believe me, look where they put the ellipticals. Behind the treadmills so you can watch real athletes run. I think I look so good on this elliptical till I see myself in the mirror like this. I'm a punk, that's what I'm saying. I'm a punk. But if you're still confused on if you're getting old or not, here's how you really know you're getting old. When you start saying things your parents used to say to you. I checked into the hotel not too long ago. The guy at the front desk was like, good morning, Mr. Yo, how are you? I said, any day you wake up, it's a great day. All right, guys, my name is Michael Yo. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes! Hello, everybody. You see, I come from a small village in Zimbabwe called Chimanimani. Far away from everything. Like where the simplest of things, ignites our excitement. Like they recently installed a traffic light in my village. Everybody was so excited about this traffic light. We're all taking photos with it. Oh my God! Kissing the traffic light. We don't need a traffic light in my village. We don't need it because we don't drive like you Americans. You guys drive crazy, okay? Because in my village, we drive like... Hiya! That's good. Like we don't even have a good cell phone reception. If you want to call someone, you have to climb a mountain first. When you're on top of that mountain, you finally call the person like, Simon! My village is interesting, man. Our people are so old school. We don't even use social media. To view someone's photos, you have to visit their house first. Walk around the house, looking at all the photos in the house. I like this one. Ooh, and I like this one. I would like to share this one. Yeah. But now I'm in America, man. I'm adjusting to this country, man. Everything is new to me. Like when I first came to America, I saw something I didn't know existed. I saw poor white people. What? How is this possible? This white guy was like, can I have $1? I was like, I came here to ask you for $1. What? I started taking photos. I was like, oh my God. I was kissing him. America is new to me, man. Even the food in America. There's so much food in America. It's so big, the portions are big. The other day, an American friend of mine was like, man, I am starving. I was like, no. You are hungry, okay? Trust me, there's a difference, okay? Now, do you think when I go back to my village, after experiencing this much food in America, and someone is like, man, I am hungry, I'll be like, no, you are starving, okay? Thank you very much. My name is Learnmore Jonasi.
My husband's a great guy. I love him. I got a good one. I got me in 1978 Caucasian.
That's a good model, good year. That's right. He's not just regular white either. He's Midwest white, which that's organic. That is farm to table white, you guys. Like, I went to the source to get my white man. Like, I was not playing. I was like, I'm gonna go where they make y'all. I was so nervous to get married because my husband wanted us to write our own vows. And I grew up a tomboy. I'm a little Puerto Rican girl from the South Bronx, man. I got a thick skin, and I was so afraid that my vows were gonna be the most New York gangster vows. I was so afraid that I was gonna get up there and be like, yo, I dead ass love you, son. On God, I love you, man. And my husband is so excited that he's married a sassy Latina. He loves it, and I get it. I'm the only Latin woman he's ever been with, so I'm his first. Yeah, he's not my first white guy. I've been with white guys before, mainly to gather information, bring it back to my people. Luckily, on my wedding day, I actually had somebody to turn to help me with my vows because I was like super nervous. So I went to a better adult than me, my sister, and me and my sister are tight. We're identical twins. I have a twin sister. And I actually don't talk a lot about being a twin because people ask really stupid twin questions. Like whenever I say I have an identical twin, without fail, someone will go, do you guys look alike? We are very different personality-wise, me and my sister. I'm very silly and playful. My sister's very dark and sarcastic. And she has low self-esteem, which is weird, because she has my face. Yeah. Do you know what it's like when someone that looks exactly like you calls you up and goes, I feel so ugly? That is our face. Thank you so much, guys. That's my time. Thank you.
I'm glad to be back on stage, man. I've been quarantined for 8 months. It was awful. I've been doing nothing but watching documentaries on serial killers. Have you seen these guys? My God, white people have won that battle. My roommate's actually white, and he's like, this is racist. Not all white people are serial killers. I'm like, well, it looks like all serial killers are white here, buddy. We're on season 14. Come on, you know what I'm saying? It's a clean sweep. Let's go. And I feel bad because white people are actually the only people in the world that can be serial killers. There's no other ethnicity in the world that can get away with 8 unsolved murders in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think black people want to be serial killers? Of course they do. They cannot. Could you imagine a black serial killer? He would get pulled over on the way to getting supplies. He hasn't even done anything yet. Come on. Indians, Asians, Hispanics, we can't be serial killers. Our family's way too nosy. My mom's an old Indian lady. She's a snitch. My mom will just show up. Where is the rope? What happened to the duct tape? Where is the bleach? I'm calling the cops. I'm like, come on, Mom, you raised me. Don't do this. I'm your son. Come on. The quarantine sucked for all comedians. We all went broke. When you're broke, it's tough to pay bills even if you have money. There are too many passwords.
I know.
How are we supposed to remember this? I got the Verizon bill last week. I had to crack the Da Vinci Code to pay this. It took too long. I had the bill in front of me. I called them up. I'm like, what's up, Verizon? It's me, Kabir Singh. Let's do this. Come on. They're like, what's your account number? I'm like, 4789432. Where do you live? 2000 Walnut Avenue. What's your date of birth? 12/30/84. Then he's like, what's your bill pay password? Uh-oh. I was like, you... I was like, I don't know what that is, and I think you know that I don't know what that is. Let me just pay this. He's like, I need your bill pay password. I need to make sure it's you. I'm like, who's out there paying other people's bills? Come on.